It does sound like you're on the other junk. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, please welcome from Asking Alexandria, flying in from Las Vegas. We got the one, the only lead singer, Danny Worsnop.
Yes, I actually didn't get to go to. Everyone else got the day in Vegas. I was on stage in Salt Lake and then on a plane to Houston.
Really? So did you do a solo gig in Salt Lake then?
Nope, the band was in Salt Lake also. They got a day off in Vegas.
Okay, they got a day off, and then you had to be the responsible one. Was it the label that said, "Hey, you got to go down and hook these guys up because they've been showing you a lot of love for a long time"?
I actually found out about this a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know who made the call, but they said, "What time do you want to fly to Tucson?" And I said,
And you're like, "Fucking Tucson, why?"
"Why would I fly to Tucson? We have a tour bus." And they said, "Yeah, but you have to be there in the morning." And I said, "What?" They said, "The morning." And I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Before noon." And I said, "There's a before noon?"
Right.
And they said, "Yeah, like 9." I was like, "There are 2 9s?"
Obviously, we got Danny, and on the FM side, I want to welcome you officially. I know that we've already said hi to you about 3 times so far, but
Yeah, we'll keep it going.
yeah, third time's a charm. I'm super stoked about everything. Welcome. We're gonna play some games with you, and
Okay.
of course, talk about everything that you guys have been up to. And we're excited that you came to Tucson and that you sacrificed a day off in Vegas.
Yes.
Now, you guys are legendarily, from your Warped Tour days, like the party band, right? You went hard in the paint.
Listen, we were good at that before Warped Tour played absolutely no part in it other than more people were able to bear witness to the greatness that was our alcoholism. Yeah, I hate that tour.
Yeah, so I know that you and Ben kind of linked up through MySpace, right? And you guys were just like cool, good-looking kids, and that was essentially like you guys looked like rock stars before you became rock stars, right? And so you partied when you were younger. So were you practicing to be a rock star before you officially became a rock star?
Not very much so.
Yeah. So at the time, then you finally started getting the notoriety and going on the road. I'm sure you were kind of playing with bands who, for the first time, started dabbling and trying to like party like a rock star. When you're like, "Oh, this is old hat."
Yeah, a little bit. The thing is, it's not a learned skill. I think that there's some people who are able to process intoxicants in a different way.
Yeah.
And be able to have just a higher capacity for intake.
Yes.
And we were fortunate that was us. So that kind of helped because everyone who was trying their hand or trying to keep up just couldn't. So it just made us look crazier.
Yeah, so the reputation that preceded you is kind of well earned, but honestly, in your mind, you were thinking it's just because we have a tolerance, and these other guys, they just can't hang, so we're just the last one standing.
I was good at drinking. Still, I'm good at drinking.
Yeah.
And I was really good at drugs, which I don't do now.
That's good. Yeah,
I was real good at them, and yeah, it was a perfect recipe for a bad reputation that did wonders for our career.
At what point, though, like on Warped Tour, did you say to yourself, like, "Oh, that was too much. I shouldn't do that again"?
Never on Warped Tour. Warped Tour is such a child's tour.
Yeah,
like no one on that could party. It was Andy from Blackville is very good at drinking.
Yeah.
So we would hang out, and then other than that, we just pretty much ignored everybody.
And is it because you're a tequila guy and the energy of the tequila?
No, I wasn't on the tequila yet. It was more so I didn't like Warped Tour.
Yeah,
I didn't like the bands on Warped Tour.
Really?
So I had no interest in being there
and hanging out with them. Really? Well, I mean, what was it about them that you didn't like them? Their style or just their personalities?
Music, personalities, a lot of stuff. So yeah, we just kept ourselves to ourselves. I think everyone, and I'm saying everyone with a blank. Everyone who in my head I'm thinking about right now. I'm not going to say names.
Yeah,
It was just, I know we weren't famed for being particularly mature, but it was like hanging around with kids. And I'm just no interest at all. Or it's just like bad people.
Yeah. They were just bad people or something.
A bunch of them.
Yeah. That aren't still around today or still are putting in.
No, I think for the most part, they're all no longer in the biz that I know of, but I'll be honest, I don't keep track.
Yeah. That's good. Well, you're too focused on what you guys are doing. I mean, not only doing Asking Alexandria.
That side of music, I just don't care about at all. So I don't keep up with what any of them are doing.
Do you have any say in who like tours with you, who opens for you at this point?
We were actually talking about it for next year, going through different options. We've got a couple different lists going between us.
Who's a buzz band that you're a fan of that you would love to tour with if that you had the option to be able to call it?
We were supposed to take out Wage War a few years ago.
Yeah, Wage War's
and everyone started coughing on each other.
Yeah.
Falling on the Verse was supposed to be on that.
Nice.
I was messaging out of the blue just to see what everyone's doing. Dayseeker and I Prevail the other day. Seeing what they've got going on. Memphis May Fire are doing really well right now. Maddie Mullins is one of my best friends in the world.
Nice.
So I'm trying to put something together with them right now. I wanted the word live on it because Telly, again, one of my best friends. They're going to be in Europe at the time in which I'm trying to put this together. Who else? Oh, I keep announcing our tour with Avenged Sevenfold next year, which isn't announced yet.
Nice.
and they haven't asked us yet. I just keep putting it into the universe.
Yeah,
just put it out there.
Their last album, they said they kind of like put themselves in a studio and just did a bunch of drugs to come up with the concept and be inspired. But you were way ahead of that, concept for Asking Alexandria Records like 10 years ago, right?
I mean, I don't know if they weren't doing drugs back then also.
Yeah, sure, right.
This could have been a Mitch Hedberg situation where they used to do drugs. They still do drugs now, but they used to.
They used to do too,
yeah. I was with them a couple of weeks ago, and I haven't been talking to them because they got me really hungover, and I haven't forgiven them yet.
What were you drinking that night that you got really hungover? Did you mix alcohols?
Well, I had. It was Loud in the Life, so I had my tequila company there.
Yeah, what's the name of your tequila company, by the way?
Asesinato Tequila.
And you working on getting that nationwide and global?
Yeah, we're actually setting up DTC right now, so you'll be able to just order it on the internet and it'll come straight to your front door.
Love it.
That should go up in the next week or so. So I had a big tequila event there, and then
so you're pre-gaming with tequila.
Yeah, and then they had a friend there who I've since become friends with, who he runs one of like the liquor award competitions. So then there was a bourbon tasting.
Oh no, yeah.
And then a bartender showed up to their like dressing room compound area. So then I moved on to vodka drinks.
But with like simple syrup and all that, since it's a bartender, he's got to make all these like fantastic cocktails, right? That has sugar and stuff like that.
I was drinking vodka and Red Bull.
Oh no, well, that's even worse.
No.
At like midnight before I have to leave.
What are you trying to do to yourself, dude?
I don't know. I think I'm upset about myself about something.
Yeah. So tequila, then you went to bourbon, then you went vodka Red Bull, and then that essentially
there was probably some other stuff in the mix along there too.
I'm pretty sure, and that's what kind of led to the hangover. I mean, the mixture. Once you start adding like sugar into the mix, period,
Yeah, I usually my trick. I'm giving away the tricks of the trade now. I'm a magician showing this hand. I usually just drink tequila and then I have just water. I'm drinking while I do it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's great when you sip it straight up. Now, you've been a fan of tequila for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. So to start your own tequila brand, right? It's not tequila unless it's grown in the region of Mexico, that just like champagne with France, right? And so there's not that many brewers, or it's not brewers, like distillers, that aren't already claimed in Mexico. Like, how do you find the family and the right distiller and the quality that you want?
We have the number one rated one.
Okay.
Very fortunate for that. The good people over at Castle Maestri. It takes being a real squeaky wheel sometimes.
Yeah. Which
thankfully my friend and business partner is the squeakiest wheel in the world. So he just doesn't stop bugging people.
Yeah. That's good. And just to get the distiller to sign off and say fine,
just to take a meeting.
Right. Yeah, that's how important. Do you go down there too?
Yeah, we flew down there and we did the whole thing. They fell in love with us, which is good. And yeah, from that point on, it's as simple as just throwing way too much money around.
Yeah.
And spending way too much time and effort on something that takes an eternity to accomplish.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, the art of distilling tequila too. We've went down the rabbit hole many times with different distillers, being so close to Mexico too, and I'm a fan, and that's my number one spirit. In fact, I thought for years I've told this to so many people in person that tequila is the only stimulant; everything else is a depressant. But that's BS. But I still won't choose to believe it because I feel like if I need energy, I take a shot of tequila. That's like a Red Bull for me.
The same.
Yeah. So I mean, and that's what gets us in trouble too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We're keeping the conversation moving with Danny on the podcast broadcast where we're going to do a song and because you got the guitar ready and I love it. So I would definitely want to hear you jam out. You got one of the best voices in the game. Danny from Asking Alexandria. Asking Alexandria is performing tonight at Club Encore, but you know that we're going to give you an opportunity to win tickets for them next on Beef Vegan Presents. So keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Oh, yes. So what's your bottle look like? I got to pull that up. Because then, did you go with the traditional bottle, but then it's all about the label, or are you going with like a different shape to kind of set yourself apart?
No, we had full custom ones that were getting made in China, but they screwed us over a lot. So eventually we went with the it's the standard tall guys.
Yeah. Put that right in front of this camera right there so we can see that. I'll go. Yeah, it's beautiful, and you can order this online.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that. And then so that's the logo that you're rocking on your hat and all your gear and stuff like that. So yeah, beautiful. I love it, dude. And it's great that you're just kind of expanding your portfolio, right? You got you know, all these different forms of income. Now I know that for years you guys were just road dogs where you didn't have any time off. Now what's your schedule like? Because
I still have no time off. It's just different.
Yeah.
It's because I hate touring.
Yeah.
So I don't mind having my time filled. I would like it to be filled in a place that I want to be rather than a tour bus or a hotel room or a dressing room.
Right.
I hate touring so much. I like playing shows, but it's the actual touring bit I don't like.
Yeah, all that hurry up and wait that you have to deal with, right?
And just the actual monotony and day-to-day of what touring is, I just don't enjoy it at all.
Yeah.
Put me in a studio, I'll work every single day.
Yeah. And what you've been doing too with this solo project, have you been working with a lot of outside, musicians and you've been doing co-write sessions?
I did on the last two. I haven't on this. This one is
100% you.
All me front to back.
Yeah.
Everything written, played, produced, and recorded by me.
Is there kind of like a message in there or a theme that you wanted to get out where you just wanted to share that and you wanted to make it 100% authentically you?
Yeah. I think part of it was I started writing it in 2020.
During pandemic.
So I was in Jacksonville, Florida, so there's no one to really kind of do co-writes with.
Yeah.
And I was kind of freshly inspired. I was going down something of a rabbit hole within my personal life that made it really easy to write a bunch of bummy songs.
Yeah.
Which are my favorite songs. That's
when you're most inspired, right? Do you actually ever find yourself kind of like self-sabotaging just to put yourself in that state of mind?
No, because I can sit down and write a hyper depressing song right now, and nothing's going wrong.
My secret is I'm always hyper depressed, right?
No, I'm super upbeat and well, you can't tell now because it's so early, but I'm super upbeat and silly. But I sit down at a piano and just
start playing those minor chords and then let your soul pour out. Yeah, I love it.
But yeah, I went through a divorce, which is super cool.
Yeah.
So that
super fun subject to talk about.
That definitely influenced a lot of it. And then from there, I mean, I explored a bunch of different stuff, but I think it turned into, after I got to think about like 14, 15 songs in, I was like, I've written all this myself. I'm just going to keep it out.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a 24 track record.
Wow. Nice. So like a double album in a way. Yeah.
I start releasing in January, so a song every month, and then at the end of the year, the double album drops.
I'm thinking of like you start releasing January, you'll finish releasing in January 2036. Yeah, so many records and stuff. So it's therapeutic in a way. You feel better through that process.
Yeah, I mean, it was that whole situation was my decision. Yeah. So it was something I was already at peace with at the time, but it provided a lot of content. Context for songs,
right? Well, and there's a lot of songs that you've written that have that kind of like emotional base where I know there's probably a core memory associated with it, and maybe that memory is painful. So at first, after you write that song, it's kind of easy to tap back in that emotion.
Yeah.
But do you find it difficult over time to try to relive that same pain that inspired the song for certain songs?
No, because I don't need to live. Live, we can just
go through it and just hit the notes. Yeah.
Because I'm usually fresh off telling a very stupid joke.
Yeah.
So it'd be weird for me to then just go into full heartbreak mode. So I've got to keep the energy up in a way. Because Danny Worsnop shows are a very confusing experience. I walk out to like Tech 9 and I'm like spraying Jameson on the crowd. And they're like, this is so great. And I sit down and just play like really depressing songs for like 2-3 hours in the middle of just like terrible jokes and very inappropriate stories.
Yeah.
Take my money. I will show up.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
And we drink so much.
Yeah. Nice.
We clear a bottle before we go on stage, and then it's just the entire thing is just a party.
For the solo shows or for the asking shows?
The solo shows.
Yeah.
No, they made me be professional now.
Yeah. Well, because you're part of the machine now.
Only 5 shots before the show.
Only.
That's the limit.
What's the song you feel like playing for us right now?
Well, we can do many.
Okay.
We can do many. I know you just played Psycho, so I don't know if you want me to do that or if it's too fresh because you just played the normal one.
Honestly, I mean, because she didn't even know that you can do Psycho acoustically because you know she's so familiar with the electric version. But I'm like, no, actually, it's a beautiful rendition, and I attribute that to your voice. You know, do you write your songs on acoustic guitar first before going electric?
I write most of my stuff on a piano.
Okay, yeah, just to get the melody down.
No, I just like piano better.
Yeah, and so you go note for note on the guitar from the piano? Because basically it's
no, you can't always.
Yeah, there's some things that you can't.
Yeah, I mean it's easier when you have 3 guitars, because it's like, which is all supposed to ring out over each other.
Yeah,
but you can't. And then singing, because I changed the way I sing stuff. Because the version of every Asking Alexandria song that's on an album is wrong.
Right.
I have rewritten it since then. So it's really hard to play and sing because you're right on the beat on the guitar, and I'm not on the beat with the vocal. So I just
chug along.
I'll move to that.
Nice. All right. Well, yeah. How about we start off with Psycho, and then we'll go down the rabbit hole on a couple things because there's no rules here.
I'll do 90 minutes.
Yeah. Good. I'm down with it. You know what I mean? It's like we'll be done on the FM side, but we'll keep going. You know what I mean? We'll party it up. So, all right, let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Danny from Asking Alexandria.
I'm gonna add a disclosure that I've not tried to remember these words this early in the day before.
Oh, it's funny that you say that because I do have a game I want to play with you that's going to fuck with your memory.
Okay.
But first,
good thing I'm famous for not having a good one off. Cool.
All right, well, let's get into it. Here's a Psycho acoustic.
Feeling out of my mind. Oh God, I feel so alive. Oh no, I'm not gonna die. I love to get attention. Attention's all I need to feed my own insanity. Don't ask you for forgiveness. I'd rather watch you bleed for me to see with clarity. Things awaken deep inside. It's like I'm frozen still in time. And in my head, it's like I'm in a cage. I hide behind the devil's eyes. I lost my faith 1,000 times. And in my head, it's like I'm in a cage. Feeling out of my mind. God, I feel so alive. Oh no, I'm not gonna die. I'm Messiah to life. I'm feeling out of my mind. I'm going crazy. You think I learned my lesson? Quit while I'm ahead. Don't mess with all the memories in my mind. I'm about to break down. Not thinking, hell now. Why do I keep falling all in the ground? Something's awakened deep inside. It's like I'm frozen still in time. And in my head, it's like I'm in a cage. I hide behind the devil's eyes. I lost my faith 1,000 times. In my head, it's like I'm in a cage. Feeling out of my mind. God, I feel so alive. Oh no, I'm not gonna die. I'm Messiah to life. I'm feeling out of my mind. I'm going crazy. Something's awakened deep inside. It's like I'm frozen, still in time. And in my head, it's like I'm in a cage. I hide behind the devil's eyes. I lost my faith 1,000 times. And in my head, it's like I'm in a cage. Ooh, 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 ooh. Feeling out of my mind. Oh God, I feel so alive. Oh no, I'm not gonna die. I'm the side of life. I'm feeling out of my mind. I'm going crazy.
Yeah, says Danny doing Psycho Acoustic live on the podcast broadcast. Welcome back to Rock 102.1 KFMA. This is a great way to warm up. We're going to do a couple songs with Danny. I'm stoked to have you in studio, my friend. So many things to get to here. Let me clear up my stream so it looks good here on the visual aspect of it. All right, now you talked about your famous bad memory. Yeah, that's a thing. And you know what? I actually test memories all the time from different songwriters, and I want to play a game. So here's the game. Lyrical breakdown.
If this ends up being all songs I didn't write.
No, and I did stay away from the Black Album, or what is it called? Was it the Black Album?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff on the new album too.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Sometimes, part of the game is not just songs that you wrote, but songs that you hear being recited while you're on stage over the last 20 years. Okay, so it's more than just you, Danny. You know, I mean, you got a full band and stuff. They throw things. Yeah. So sometimes Ben writes lyrics. I want to see if you remember any of Ben's lyrics. Do you though? Full disclosure.
Yeah, because he wrote Final Episode.
Yeah. Okay, so you remember that. All right. So this is Lyrical Breakdown. I'm gonna give you a lyric out of context, out of harmony, out of rhythm. Okay. Right. You're just gonna have to tell me the name of the song and the album it came from. Are you ready? Okay. First lyric. And I'm going to also dramatic read it too. Feeling older every day took everything I had not to crash and burn, but I'm starting to learn.
Oh, let's move it on. What is this thing?
That is incorrect.
No, wait. No. Everything's crash and burn. No, that's it's from Records and Weller's. Am I right with that?
Nope.
In the fire?
Nope.
No, I have no idea.
All right, it is the title track from Alone in the Room. So
what?
Yeah. Did you know it?
Okay.
I actually have a half decent excuse, so I don't know. That's a line I don't sing.
It's a line you don't sing. Did you write it?
I did.
Okay. All right, here we go. So 0 for 1 here, Danny. So here's our next lyrics. Okay, tell me the name of the song and the album it came from. Okay, tear out my eyes, remove my gift of sight, proves ever cursing. The light won't ever find us here.
Don't look at me. Your lyrics.
Yes, these are your lyrics. Probably written.
Oh, no, I can hear it. It's one of the first two. It's
we're going way back on this one.
Yeah,
I'll let you know that.
I definitely don't know the song, but I'm gonna guess the album, and I'm gonna guess Stand Up and Scream.
Stand Up and Scream is correct.
I definitely don't know the song.
It's off of that. It's definitely off of the Stand Up and Scream, so you're halfway there. It's Single Moment of Sincerity.
There you go.
Yeah, so 0 for 2 in Lyrical Breakdown. I love this game, by the way.
I think I'm going to stay at the Omar.
Well, sometimes I go a little even, newer, but I don't know if this next one.
I mean, one of them is literally my favorite. The first one was my favorite Asking Alexandria song that I play every single day.
Yeah. All right, yeah. So I guess, this next one you probably won't get a good chance. Now I give you a little more meat on these bones for this next set of lyrics. Okay. Tell me the name of the song and the album it came from. Close your eyes, surrender your beliefs to them for holding. Wait patiently to hear what.
Close your eyes, surrender your beliefs to them for holding. Patiently to change the show. This violence.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You had to go through all that. See, isn't it weird how the muscle memory in
Yeah.
your brain?
Mhm.
What's the name of the album it came off of?
The balance was off like a house on fire.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. I thought I was going to stump you on that. Okay, let's do one more. And let's see. The next one that you can't get right, if of the first person who could tell Danny the correct answer will get a pair of tickets, my last pair of tickets for Asking Alexandria tonight at Encore. And, excited to have you on this stage packing it out. We'll be out there in attendance as well. So here is the next set of lyrics. All right. What song and album did it come from? Because I don't want to feel like I did when I left. And I've been dreading this, but I think I want it. I never thought that I'd say, maybe it's just time to call it. I wish, you could see his face if you're streaming on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/pfegan. There was a fear in your eyes.
I want to say that's from See What's on the Inside, but the song being... It's not. I don't think it's anything I've sang outside of the studio. No idea.
That is true. Like if you don't normally play it in your set list,
means
then
I've
you're
sung it
not.
once ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and that's the
I
thing.
don't write songs ahead of time. Like I write improv in the studio, so like I will have only sang that line maybe 3 times ever.
Kind of like freestyle, stream of consciousness style. Oh, nice.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
And it's
So I don't even write them down. They have to go through and transcribe of the song afterwards.
Nice. Oh, well, that's what makes this game so difficult, especially when you've been around so long, because the catalog runs so deep, and even more so if you're freestyling, but it's great. I'm going to have a listener tell you what that song was to win these tickets, Asking Alexandria. All right, so Rock 1 2.1, what's your name?
My name is Alex.
All right, Alex. Alex, I say? Is it Alex?
Yeah, I can't decide if, like, I want for you to get it right, but I want for me for you to get it wrong. Because if no one can get it, then I don't look at bad.
Yeah, no, you're going to look bad because I think she knows the answer. So what is the answer?
Oh, I think I called at the wrong time, but I just wanted to say I love you, Danny Worsnop.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, just random love.
That is the correct answer.
That is the correct answer. Yeah, if you were to throw something on stage to get Danny's attention, what would it be?
Well, I work for a flower company, so I have no problem bringing him like a big ass thing of flowers.
Oh, flowers. Flower company.
Flowers.
I thought I heard bra.
From the venue.
I heard socks and then I heard salad.
Yeah. Yes, we'll see you tonight. But unfortunately, I am looking for an answer for those lyrics. I'll read these lyrics to you real quick. And if you could tell me the name of this song, then you'll get free tickets to see Asking Alexandria tonight. Do you have the tickets already to the show?
Nope. This is literally like a once in a random chance.
Okay, good. All right. Well, thanks for randomly listening to our little show here. Here's the lyrics. Because I don't want to feel like I did when I left, and I've been dreading this, but I think I want it. I never thought I'd say maybe it's just time to call it. Do you know the name of that song?
Something ends. I don't know. Sometimes it ends. I don't know which album it's from. Is it something or sometimes it is?
No, it's.
I'm glad Google's wrong. So there's no way it was that song.
You're Googling it right now, Danny? This is your song. You wrote it.
I'm up in Oro Valley. I have zero service. I'm surprised you guys could even hear me.
I did. I should know that one too.
Oh, yeah. What is it?
I don't want to ruin it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, no, I mean, maybe, we'll move on to the next set of lyrics.
I should know this one because I did write it ahead of time because this one is for my solo record, but it's on the Asking Alexandria album as well. Where do we go from here?
Yes, from the title track. Another title track, Danny. I tried to make this easy for you.
What are the ones you just most recently wrote?
Look, we on the FM side, we're out of time. We're going to continue the podcast broadcast. You got to stream youtube.com/beefvegan if you want a chance to win those tickets. Tonight, we'll see you at Asking Alexandria's show at Club Encore. Thank you guys for listening. Again, youtube.com/beefvegan. Danny, thank you so much for hanging out with us, but continue to hang because we're not done.
Yeah.
All right. Clear. All right. So then we are clear now. And I had someone else here. Rock 1 2.1. Who's this?
Oh, I think I'm still on the line with you.
Oh, you are. Yeah. You got to hang up. Now you're being creepy.
I didn't know. I misheard. Thank you. Have a wonderful time.
You too. We'll see you tonight. This happens all the time. What's the oddest thing that you've had thrown at you on stage by an admirer?
The most odd. Sam keeps getting now. People know that Sam smokes marijuana. People keep throwing weed at him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not terrible.
Yeah, that happens everywhere you go. Right?
Yeah,
it's like legal everywhere.
I don't know. I don't think we haven't really had much strange stuff thrown up.
Okay. Well, if you were to pick what's thrown at you, saying from like an admirer,
Aston Martin.
Aston Martin. That's right. Yeah, that would be nice.
Throw a supercar up on stage real quick.
Yeah, let's see. I got somebody calling here. Here's our next lyrics. If they could beat you to guessing what the name of the song is, then they're gonna win tickets to see you tonight. Okay. Who's on the phone? Yo.
Nobody.
No, somebody. No, they hung up. Okay, fine. All right, here. I want to. You almost had it. Yeah, you're basically 1 for 4, right?
Yeah.
So let's tie it up. All right. Here's the lyrics. I think you wrote these as well. Put faith aside. We have no way of knowing how short our tie is. Oh, judging by your face, I don't think you do know it. Let's see.
Nope.
Rock on 2.1. Who's this?
Hey, I was just the one that talked to you a couple minutes ago. I didn't win the tickets, just to be clear, right?
You didn't win the ticket. Well, you might if you could tell me right now, because I mean I have faith. You sound cute, and obviously you're excited that Danny's in studio, and you're a big fan. But how big a fan are you? We have to test you out. So I'm gonna give you 1 or 2 ways that you could try to win these tickets tonight. Okay. One, knowing the song that these lyrics are from, or 2, knowing what song that Danny's going to play, that Danny's going to play on the acoustic guitar. So, Danny, if you could play an Asking Alexandria song acoustically for her, and what's your name, Alex?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't hear the second option. It cut out.
Okay, well, if you could tell me what song Danny is playing acoustically from Asking Alexandria's catalog, then you could win tickets to see them tonight, okay?
Oh, my God. I'm going to give it a shot.
Give it a shot. Here it goes. Sing along if you know it. Don't blow it. Alex, I'm trying to hook you up. Don't fuck this up, girl.
I'm listening.
What?
I was listening to it.
I can't have this song be longer than their set tonight, so you gotta give me a guess here. No?
All right, I'm going to take a wild guess, and I can't really hear it very well, but I'm just going to throw out my favorite, and it's going to be Alone in a Room. I can't really hear it very well.
Okay. Alone.
That one is.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. He just played it for you. So, hey, we're going to hook you up here. Have you ever won with us before?
Did he really actually play that?
No.
That wasn't the first one I was playing, but I started playing after you said it.
Yeah. Look, the reality is we felt so bad for you because you were doing so bad at this that we just had to give you the tickets already because obviously you're excited. And so we'll hook you up, okay? Yeah. You did a terrible job of following directions, but I do appreciate you checking out the show. And tonight's show is going to be amazing. All right. So what's your last name, Alex?
My last name is Delaney, Delaney.
Okay, I'm just gonna put you in here on my list, Alex Delaney. All right, and let's see, Del. I know this is great radio. Spell your last name again, and then one last time, and then I gotta hang up on you.
All right, D as in dog, ELAN as in Nancy, EY.
Gotcha. Ah, shit. I don't have any of your information, so I got to do this. I'll tell you what, Alex, email me, bfegan@kfma.com.
Okay, I will email you, and then I'm also sending you flowers because you guys just sent it.
I love that. Yeah,
Oh,
send
thank
flowers
you.
to Encore tonight. That's going to be amazing.
I'm also going to be throwing a bunch of roses at the stage.
All right, make sure you get those thorns off, right? Have you ever been hit with a flower with a thorn?
Not hit with one, but I've
I
definitely
have.
encountered them.
I've got my hands on roses with thorns, yes. But thank you guys.
No problem. Yeah, email me. We'll look forward to seeing you tonight at the show.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
You too. All right. Yeah, all the streamers are like, hang up on her already. I'm like, okay, you're right. You're right.
It was moving on.
Yeah. Let's do another song. And I could give you the lyrics, all these lyrics that you forgot to sing.
Yeah.
Now it's funny how it's just
strange
muscle memory.
Hearing them spoken removes all the context of it. It just sounds like a crazy person.
Well, that's what it is, though. It's that whole muscle memory, right? Because you're gonna you're self-proclaimed to have a bad memory, and I relate to that. But it's weird how when you just start just the first couple words, or you hear the chords and you hear the melody, and then it's not like you're remembering it. Yeah, it just locked in your brain. How long does it take you to kind of get a song down from basically freestyling it in studio to where you're able to perform it live on stage? Instant.
Yeah, because it's once I've done it, it's ingrained.
Yeah.
And if it starts, I can finish it.
Yeah.
Because even before I walk on stage, I can't remember any of the words.
Do you ever kind of panic to yourself? Like, oh shit, this is the night.
Not so much panic, but I do tell people sometimes, and then they panic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, you guys know I have no idea how this song starts, right? Like, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't know any of the words. Like, what do you mean you don't know the words? I was like, I don't know the words. Like, when you start playing it, I will know the words.
Right. Yeah.
I'll open them in my mouth and they'll come out, but I don't know them right now. You put a gun to my head right now. I couldn't tell you
until you start playing those chords. Yeah, it's such a trip. Dude.
No, was that last song with the lyrics? Was I used to have a best friend, but then he gave me an STD?
Yes.
If it was that song. Can you give a little backstory to the title of this song?
Oh, so we were young and we just made stupid song titles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was kind of like a Fall Out Boy thing. It was before Fall Out Boy. Yeah. And the tie is reference. Was that a dick reference?
Which one?
So this one was, and this is what I want to know. Inspired minds, because I'm like, I relate to this too. We have no way of knowing how short our tie is. What's that metaphor?
I have absolutely no idea. So that was before I even knew how to write songs. So I just had my notepad that had just a list of one-liners, and I just put them together.
Okay.
None of those songs on the first.
Someone would rhyme, someone wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, and going through preparing for this game, and it's always because sometimes you'll listen to a song a million times, but not necessarily realize what the lyrics are until you sit down and you read it in context or watch a lyric video. But yeah, there are certain pieces and verses and stuff where you're not kind of rhyming at all. You're just kind of making it fit based off of the melody and everything else, And then, so when did you start developing the stream of consciousness freestyle aspect of it?
Third album a little bit, and then it was something I'd figured out pretty good by the time I came back and did self-titled.
Was this after so many different sound checks and then you fucking around being like, hey, you know what, actually I'm coming up with better stuff like this?
It was from fucking around, but it was largely a way I used to and occasionally still do write melodies. Is I'll have a riff or a series of chords that I'm doing, and I'll just sing stupid lyrics over them.
Yeah.
And it's just it turns into a comedy song. And I'm like, oh, that's actually a really good melody. I'll have to figure out some real words for that. And I just keep going until something starts coming.
Do you record in a handheld or anything, your phone, any of that stuff?
Sometimes they go on my TikTok.
Oh, yeah. And
nice.
then you'll go back. And so the early songs are on your TikTok page, basically, the concepts.
Let me see if I can find a good one just to pull up as reference.
Okay. Yeah.
I remember there've been some really good.
Just recently,
yeah.
Just release an album of just all of that.
Yeah.
Of just the comedy.
I know which one was a good one. So it's this girl, and her post had said, "Oh my, I don't know if I should. What if I don't even like it?" And then it says, "It's for the plot." Now, my mind went straight to this.
Yeah, exactly. I was right there too. I was like, yeah, you should. And it's definitely anal, right? Was it not anal?
Yeah, but it's a beautiful melody.
Yeah, it is.
Baby, put your back into it.
Highlight of the day. Danny Worsnop singing about anal. Yes.
I've done something about.
Did you rewrite that already?
No, not yet.
Okay.
That's on my list to do when I
I
get
can't
home.
wait till if it's like something just so beautiful and
It will be. It will be.
yeah.
There was one that I'd done something about a butthole. And I feel like I need to make this publicly known now. I'm not into buttholes. I don't want to see your butthole.
Yeah, it's not a thing. Yeah.
But people started sending me pictures of their buttholes.
Oh Jesus! So you don't get dick pics? You get butthole pics?
No, I get dick pics too.
Oh, okay.
But people thought like I was into that, and they're just sending them. You know, like trying to do me a solid, but they're really not. They're doing me quite
you
soft.
sing about buttholes all the time. Wait till you see mine.
And then I did another one that was asking them to please stop sending me pictures of the butthole like an idiot. Which because that only made it worse.
Right.
You had a punami of buttholes.
Yeah, made it worse.
Mm-hmm.
And
see
then
what I did there?
I did another one explaining that was stupid of me, and I should have known that they're gonna do that more.
Yeah.
So please don't send me pictures of your titties.
Yes. Did that work?
Reverse psychology.
That'll work. That's so funny too. If you're thinking in retrospect, when Danny releases his solo album with like 24 songs, and if you listen closely, everything slightly like rhymes with anal or butthole.
And titties.
He says he wants to see you're beautiful a lot.
Why does he say I'm staring into your eye? That doesn't even make sense. All right. That's
Jesus.
great. All right. Well, I love that too. So yeah, it kind of like your instinct is to do these kind of comedy riffs, and then you kind of go revisit them and capture that melody, and then rewrite it from the heart. That's nice. So did you used to freestyle and mess around when you were like in high school?
Nope. I didn't sing at all. I was a guitarist.
That's true, because this is crazy too, because I mean you didn't know that you were a singer until you became a singer, and then you just happen to be like a very powerful vocalist. What is your octave range? You know what that is? Not including your scream.
So I can get up into mezzo soprano pretty good. I try not to overuse it because I used to, and then you're 5 weeks into tour when your voice is tired, all of a sudden those notes start getting a little uncomfortable, a little bit of a stretch. So try not to, but I can get down. I can get down to all my baritone. I probably got a good. Okay, if I'm really pushing and it's a good day, I probably got just over 5 octaves.
Wow. Yeah. Again, and this was just like when you and Ben kind of just formed a band. It was just like, let's be in a band because we look like musicians. Now what kind of thing?
It was actually he sold me because he said the plan was to move to the US.
Right. Now, you did move to the US before you did really anything.
Anything at all.
Yeah. And so first off, how do you guys afford that? And because you're going to go in and be like a struggling musician. Is it because Ben has to buy money?
Ben's family got some coins.
Yeah.
We got a beat up old RV and we parked it in a Walmart parking lot. And that was where we lived for the first year.
Oh, so you guys are just basically transient, living in Walmart. And how American of you to live in a Walmart?
Yeah. In New Jersey.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's amazing. So closest to the coast as possible, basically. And and that's where you set up shop and then started going from there. And then
our first show was in Illinois.
Yeah, I saw that. And it's not even like Chicago, Illinois. It was kind of like
nowhere.
Right, dude. And I mean, MySpace was a thing. So you guys obviously had to look, and you were able to post music on MySpace. So kind of grow a little rapidly, I would assume. During that era, dude, your first show that you did in the middle of nowhere in Illinois, did anybody show up?
Yeah, I think we had like 20, 30 people.
Right.
I'm probably misremembering, and it was more like 10, but
still, you want double it. Yeah.
That's still a lot more than a lot of people can say for their first shows because it was a headline show.
Yeah. No, and that's huge. And especially since, again, you went all in and could have easily just still be living in that Walmart parking lot. Yeah. And you're like, this is what we're going to do and how we're going to do it.
In some other timeline, I'm there now.
Yes, you are.
Like, no, I'm in a band.
No, you're the assistant manager.
I'm just in the parking lot.
That's a trip. So yeah, and then for whose idea was it to book your first show in like 5 states away? Why not do your first show in New Jersey, because that's where you're living?
We recorded in Indiana with Mr. Joey Sturgis, and that was on the way back.
Yeah. So Joey Sturgis, how did you meet up with him and get start working with him?
I mean, he was the godfather of that genre, really. So it was we reached out and just booked him to do. I think we did 3 songs.
Yeah, and so you booked them and paid for it. So basically, okay. What kind of like gigs did you do or odd jobs did you do to make some money to get by while you're living in an RV in Walmart?
We just
stole from Walmart.
Yeah, we stole. No, we were on about a shoestring of a budget as you could get. We were like splitting packs of ramen noodles. We found some people who kind of took us in and they'd make us.
Well, that's good.
Took pity on us, and we just started booking anything we could. So it was like we were barely getting by. But by the end of that, I say a year. It wasn't a year because we got in, landed September 1st, 2008, and I think it was come like May maybe of the following year.
Yeah,
we'd locked in our record deal, which didn't come with any money, but it paid for us to go do the album with Joey. So we went and did the album, and then the day we finished was also the day of our first show tour. So but by that point we would.
That's crazy though. I mean,
not rolling in it, but we weren't sweating so much.
You still accomplished the impossible pretty quickly, you know, to go all in and then to say, I'm going to go to country or I'm going to go to another country to try to make it in that country, as opposed to try to make it in our own backyard. Yeah. And then so move across there, not really know anyone. Social media is brand new. We don't even know the power of it. And then be able to build from there and get signed in under a year from living in a Walmart parking lot is amazing.
I mean, how did your families take this? Like, were they real supportive or they were like, I will see you in a couple months?
I mean, it's hard to say. Probably the latter, but I mean, I can just speak for myself, and that was always going to happen.
Yeah,
I was laying little clips of any houses in the US around since I was about like 6 or 7 years old. So that was, I think they always knew that I was going to disappear.
Yeah, that's good.
I was barely there already, so they probably didn't even notice I'd gone for a couple of months.
In high school, I imagine you were pretty popular and stuff because no, you weren't. Really?
No, I was a good athlete, a competent enough musician, but no, wasn't very popular. I grew up in a very rural area, and I think I didn't quite understand myself yet. Yeah. I often think I was like well, not often, but occasionally I think back on the past when those conversations happen. I'm like, God, I would if I went in with a skill set now, I would crush high school.
Yeah, of course.
I wasn't very confident. I wasn't particularly charismatic, and I don't think I was funny yet. I think they were too young for my humor.
Yeah. They weren't caught up to it yet. No. Yeah, you're an old soul with your dick jokes. Be like, in a few years, you're gonna really appreciate
when
this.
you guys grow up and have children, I'm gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. My balls are so saggy. Anybody? No. Oh, okay. Well, you'll understand. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into a performance, and we have a few obviously more questions. But what's next song you feel like playing for us?
I have to prove that I know the lyrics to Alone in a Room.
Yeah. Like on the spot.
Yeah. All right, we'll do Alone in a Room.
Okay.
All right, nice.
Do you need to prep anything for a start or just go?
Oh, I would just go, yeah. I got you recording and we're good to go.
Do you have them up to fact check me as I'm going?
Maybe.
Real nice.
Did you pull up the lyrics just to fact check?
It was more for like you said,
lack of confidence.
I don't know if I remember this. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pull it up here. Maybe he'll see it and appreciate it.
She's gonna be whispering the lyrics ahead of time.
I sing it twice a day.
You're gonna say Alone in a Room and go.
I've been away a little while. Sometimes I just can't help myself. My mind's running wild. Seem to lose grip on reality, and I try to disregard crazy things that always just tell me to do, but it's no use. I try to own it, write songs about it. Believe me, I've tried in the end. I needed to breathe, find inspiration, some kind of purpose, to take a second to face what makes me me. Oh. All I needed was the last thing I wanted, to sit alone in a room, say it all out loud. second, every trespass, every awful thing, every broken dream. Couple years back and forth with myself in a cage, banging my head against the walls, trying to put words on a page. All I needed was the last thing I wanted, to sit alone in a room, alone. So the world, a couple times, tried to cure the ache with absence, but the hole, still a hole. My mind keep playing tricks on me, feeling old. For every day, it's everything I had to not crash and burn. But I'm starting to learn. Sometimes I fall down, sometimes I lose hope. But those days will be few if I keep my feet on the ground. I might be lonely, but I ain't alone here. I pushing the limits of what makes me me. All I needed was the last thing I wanted, to sit alone in a room and say it all out loud. Every moment, every second, every trespass, every awful thing, every broken dream. Couple years back and forth with myself in a cage, banging my head against the walls, trying to put words on a page. All I needed was the last thing I wanted, to sit alone in a room, alone in a room. 'Cause I can be better than I was. I can be better than I am. All I needed was the last thing I wanted, to sit alone in a room, say it all out loud. Every moment, every second, every trespass, every awful thing, every broken dream. Couple years back and forth with myself in a cage, banging my head against the walls, trying to put words on a page. All I needed was the last thing I wanted, to sit alone in a room, alone in a room.
There you go.
I was wrong as well. They are lyrics I sing. They're in the second verse. That's
yes, they are.
That's not even the chorus mid.
That's why I love that game, man. Trust me, you're not the only one to stump. We pretty much stump everybody who's had a career over 10 years.
Has anyone who comes in and just crushed it?
Who's crushed it before? Not really.
Not even a hesitation.
Yeah, we tripped up Chris Motionless.
Yes, David Draymond of Disturbed.
Yeah.
I guess he nailed a couple of them.
Yeah,
but
he did good. I think he got 4 out of 5.
yeah.
I think there was one that you really tripped him up on, and he
Yeah.
was mad.
Yeah.
He's like, really?
Yeah. And I was like, that's right, Draymond. Score one for me. You know? Yeah.
Get down with that sickness.
Exactly. But it is, again, just stuff. And I just know this just like, again,
ooh, wah, wah, wah.
he's like, coincidentally, our time ran out.
Right.
Oh, no, don't go, Draymond.
I gotta go.
Oh,
I lost
sorry.
my dog.
Where you go on? Sorry, I tried it.
Well, and also from Dirty Heads.
Oh yeah.
You
Jared.
really tripped him up because it's both him and
Juddy. But
Juddy,
yeah, that's
yeah.
another example. Like, this is a game that we would smoke most bass players with, or you know what I mean? It's like, are you guys even fucking paying attention, or are you just riding the beat with the drummer? And, you know, usually it's bands, it's just like the bassist and the drummer in their own world. Be like, hey, there's a lot of other stuff going on. Yeah, go drop D on 'em.
2/3 of a guitar. It's not a real instrument.
Do you think everyone in your band would know all the lyrics from the band or the songs? Or probably better than you? No. Out of everyone in your band, who would know the lyrics and have the best memory to where they could be able to like smoke this game? Everybody.
I don't think any of them could.
Who's the most responsible one in the band?
Probably me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you're here and they're in Vegas.
Wait, but I'm here.
yeah.
I mean, I have to be because I've run companies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. When did you start being
didn't
like a
used to.
business owner and running companies?
I started the first one back in the day, but I just kind of was learning at the time. So kind of probably for the last, say, 6-7 years.
Okay, yeah. And so did you trial and error? Did you try to figure out what you were doing while you're doing it? And
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's always a part of it.
yeah.
I spent a lot of time researching and studying it. I have incredibly generously successful friends who they're there to kind of mentor me as and when I've needed it.
Oh, that's good. You can pick up the phone and be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, how do I not fuck
I don't know what I'm doing.
yeah.
I'm feeding people's families right now. I have responsibilities. This was supposed to just be fun.
How many people do you have like on your payroll?
Oh wow. Somewhere around probably 40 or 50.
Oh
Wow.
wow, yeah, that's a big company, dude.
Yeah.
So 40, 50 people, depending on your decisions, make a livelihood.
Yeah,
No pressure whatsoever.
there's some stupid people. Have they not Googled me once?
Have you done the hiring directly? And are you the no? Do you have
I
somebody?
had a couple. Most of it's most of it's just people who kind of come in over the years and are still there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been very fortunate to find some great talent.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
All right.
There've
So,
been some bad ones too.
Oh, I'm sure.
so between touring and writing music for a solo project and a band, where are you finding time to do photography? Because I just recently learned this
Most
from
days.
just
Yeah, I'm 12 years into that.
okay.
No, I don't get to shoot as much as I would like, especially out on the road because I don't particularly have very much fun shooting live music. I did that for so long, and it's just kind of gotten boring.
Right.
Is that what got you into photography? Was doing the live music shots?
No, I just always loved photos. That was just what I learned doing because it's when I was around. Because we were touring constantly, so there really wasn't anything else to shoot.
Yeah.
And then I moved more into kind of the fashion editorial space a few years ago, and I have a lot more fun with that. But obviously, when I'm touring, I don't get as much opportunity. My days are full, so I can occasionally like book something in and like have someone come to a venue or rent out a studio somewhere. But our days are so busy, it's rare.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's I mean, in a way, it's just a hobby.
I'd
but
have
it's
to wake
passion.
up at like 9 a.m.
God, yeah, don't.
Well, technically 8:30 to be on. Yeah. But that happens. It's difficult for most musicians to make it in on a morning gig.
Yeah.
That's my argument to the company to be like, hey, we should do a morning show in the afternoon
Yeah.
because I've been waking up at 4:00 in the fucking morning for like 15 years now.
I've been starting something. I coined a phrase. Feel free to steal it and try and implement it.
Okay.
Because I wake up post noon, I now wish people a morphternoon.
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 Yeah, good morphternoon.
Morphternoon.
Yeah. What time do you usually go to bed then?
It depends.
On show nights, is it difficult to get to bed early because the adrenaline rush that you get on the stage?
Nah, I could go sleep as soon as I get off.
Okay.
I don't get that rush that people get
Anymore? Because
I don't think I ever really did.
Really?
No.
Even just getting up for the first time once you finally break in and you're in front of like thousands of people doing your headlining show.
No, I never got nervous either. Like I never had that bit either.
Really?
It's just like here is the same as there, is the same as the bus, is the same as the dressing room, is the same as my house.
Right. Yeah. That's a trip. So yeah. And so you don't even need that to fuel yourself when you go into it because you have a very high energy show.
It has its upsides in that like I'm just always ready to go and I don't have to deal with the nerves and stuff. But the downsides are like I see people and they're like it is the best drug I've ever taken. I'm like, it's the same as making lunch.
Yeah, shit. And it's like, have you tried cocaine? Because that's pretty good too.
Yeah, have you ever been to Colombia?
But no, you're like, damn, I'm actually doing drugs because I can't try the best drug that's ever taken because you're not getting that adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Weird. I mean, that is a trip. So what gets your adrenaline going? Do you have anything?
I was talking about this. I mean, it sounds so bad. I think because it probably is. But I was like, I can't remember who I was with Teddy Swims, and he gets so excited about everything. And I was like, I don't think I've ever felt joy like that. Like I've never had anything I'm like just excited for.
Really?
No.
Not even if you're listening to a song for the first time and from whether it's your finished product or somebody else.
I can like it and like be excited about it, but I've never had that like
jump up and down excitement.
I never have an overwhelming feeling of anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Am I broken?
As somebody else standing in this room that sometimes describes the same feeling, you're not
There you
broken.
go.
There are other people like you.
I know she goes to therapy, so she'll help you out.
No,
on
it's
that.
not
Yeah.
me.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
There you
Andrew.
go.
Yeah.
You get it.
Yeah, he gets it. I don't. I'm overly excited and passionate about everything. But
Yeah.
that works
Yeah.
as a double-edged sword. It works against me as well. Sometimes I'll get in trouble because of my passion, because I
Yeah.
feel so much
Right.
on it. But I'm just an emotional little bitch. Speaking of being emo, you're a legend for your hair. You missed that long.
No, I don't.
Do you look back and cringe on that
I
shit?
do.
You know it's gonna come back in about 10 years.
Uh,
It's not back right now.
Not coming back on me. No, sometimes people bring pictures to shows.
You know they do, yeah.
Don't Google that.
I'm totally Googling it.
I'm not pulling it up on the stream right now, but I will edit it in later because the people got to be reminded.
Yeah, sometimes people will bring pictures with it. Like, I met you 15 years ago. I'm like, please don't show me the picture you're about to show me.
Yeah.
But it's like, you look so young. I'm like, I look so stupid.
You think so? I mean, obviously, you still look like a rock star. How long did it take you to get your hair like that? Most days. Because that's a
Well, not
lifestyle
long.
choice. No, yeah?
No, because I didn't wash it.
Okay, yeah. So,
So just stayed stuck there.
Yeah, and then like they started dreading in the back. I just didn't take care of it. That was the trick. I let it ride.
the day that you got a haircut finally after all those years and stuff, was that like the biggest relief where it just felt like a whole new world?
Yeah, now I just sometimes shave my head because I get bored.
Yeah.
Like I'm like I don't want to have to do anything with my hair today.
Right.
And I just go to the bathroom and shave it.
Nice. Yeah. And go with the dome. It's nice. Yeah. I'm the same way, but I wear a hat backwards all the time. Now, are you just a hat guy constantly?
No.
Yeah.
No, not a hat guy all the time. A lot of the time though, mostly because they are billboards for the companies.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
That's true. Yeah. You're just always thinking business, So the business came
100%.
after the fact, or were you always business minded going into this band?
No, so like when we were doing the MySpace thing, we were running 48 to 72 hour shifts running marketing on it.
Oh.
So we were hardcore. Like we were stupid, and everyone didn't take us very seriously because from the outside we didn't take ourselves very seriously, but we were working real hard.
Well, and that's what it is. I mean, it's not even a secret to success. I mean, if you put it into work, success will follow. But that's what got your guys gaining so much traction on MySpace, is that it wasn't a hobby; it was a job.
Yeah, it was. It's fun seeing people like Gary Vee talk about it, and he talks about like how he blew up on it. He's like, yeah, I sat on Twitter and I responded to every single person, no matter what. And it started out, it was just 20 or 30, and that was easy. And then there were thousands, and I still responded to every single one every single day. I was like, that's exactly what we were doing.
Yeah. Yeah. And to build that connection. And, honestly, we're kind of like the same way. We're trying to build the YouTube and everything, where it's just like that's a whole nother job on top of it, but you got to put all in and engage and, not ignore anything, just to kind of build it up.
It's tougher now because that's when the internet was nicer.
Yeah. Right.
Now the people who leave comments are usually not, what I say.
Yours. Yeah, you don't want to say the wrong thing.
Are we on radio now, or are we on stream?
Just on the stream.
Yeah, they're assholes.
Yeah.
They're damaged inside.
Yeah, they're like, you don't want to comment, respond back to everyone like, hey, you suck dick. Be like, oh, well, thank you for reaching out.
Yeah.
I do sometimes though. I don't respond nicely, but I'll do it.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you get triggered. It's almost hard not to, engage with the trolls. That's what they want, But
I have to remind myself.
Yeah, I know. Hey, so you still look at the comments and stuff then, huh?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying not to.
Yeah, because it's not good for your mental health.
No.
Is there like a troll comment, or should we not even give it attention, but something that was posted that you saw that you still remember where you're like, you motherfucker, or that was even clever and insulting?
I couldn't answer that with a specific one purely because there have been so many.
Yeah.
Not clever ones. So I feel like I vaguely remember there's been a couple that I was like, that was a good one.
Yeah. Like good roast.
And I responded, I'm like, yeah, you got me.
Yeah, good roast.
Yeah,
game recognized game. You know,
because I'm a comedy fan. That's my first and foremost passion of entertainment is comedy. And if someone gets me, they get me. But most of the time they don't. They just say something. They're just rude.
Yeah, stupid and mean. Yeah. You know, I don't want to keep you too long. I've had a great time talking with you, Danny. You're a super cool dude. Obviously, you know, you've done so well so far, and you continue to just go onward and upward. So I look forward to the solo album when you release that, and you know the progression of singles being released from that solo album for the next 2 decades.
Yeah.
You know, and of course, Asking Alexandria and everything that you guys are doing there. What's for the foreseeable future? What do you have on the agenda besides announcing that Avenged Sevenfold show that you're not necessarily booked on?
So we have maybe or maybe not been working on something new.
Nice.
That's going to come very soon. And you're probably not going to be able to play it here because it's the heaviest thing anyone's ever heard.
And that's fucking great too because
people were bitching about it. So we said, all right.
You want hard?
All right.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's go.
Oh, you know, because this last album was essentially just a tribute to the last 15 years of your music, right? So you didn't go outside the box, but now this one is to slap people in the face, be like, you want hard?
Yeah.
We're gonna give you fucking hard.
I don't love heavy music.
Right.
But I think sometimes it's important to remind people
who they're fucking with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. And so, well, I mean, the thing is, maybe it won't be in rotation at this station, but doesn't mean that we won't play it.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. It'll go viral. We did the whole. It has its Alex Terrible and Lorna Shore moments.
Nice.
It's just obscene the entire time.
Yeah, you can't tell, but Andrew just got a boner. This guy loves the hardcore
You
song.
do get excited.
Yes, he does. Well, I can't wait for that. When are you releasing that? Do you know yet?
I don't have a date yet. It's not completely finished. We still have some. We would do 2 nights ago, add in some more notes because we can't change it while we're out here.
Yeah,
music in the studio.
Right. Yeah. And what about the scream and stuff? Do you hurt yourself when you go that hardcore?
I used to. I have a great guy, David Benitez, who's helped me get it all good. I hesitate to say back because I used to damage my voice a lot.
Right.
So he got it good from the start. And I told him from the beginning, I was like, listen, I want to be able to get through the show. And then for this one song, I just want to make some really, really gross noises.
Right. Oh, yeah. So the gross noise is like guttural growl. Like we just had Cradle Phil play Encore the day before.
Way grosser than that.
Grosser than Cradle? That's funny.
Do that Peggy scream?
Yeah,
into the Hellfire scream.
That stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good. And just as a response to the haters, which I love because you do see in the comments.
We haven't done it just as a fuck you. It's still
a gift and a flex.
Yeah, we were very serious going into it because we did a heavy song a while back called Explicit on the self-titled album, and that one is purely a joke. It's schoolyard insults. One of them is like, you don't even have a skateboard. That's one of the lyrics from the song.
Yeah.
If you would have pulled that one out, I don't know exactly what song. But so this one we didn't want it to seem like we were poking fun at them. Like this is something for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a gift. This is for everyone. You're saying you want it. All right, be careful what you wish for. Here
this
you
is
go.
Far heavier than what they were asking for.
Nice. Yeah, that's good. Give it to them at 11.
Yeah.
Nice. And it's something that might make its way onto live sets every night, or at least something, you know.
Probably not every night.
Depends on how you feel.
We have talked about doing it once.
Okay. All right. But for a special occasion.
Yes, it is a special occasion.
Yeah. All right. Nice. You got that going on. Of course, you're constant touring, and
we have new tour announcements coming in the next couple months. We're just locking in the final stuff for those. Obviously, the new album's out now. I have a bunch of stuff coming. Assassinato is going to be available for pre-order inside the next 2 weeks. Nectar's still just in Florida, so that doesn't apply to anyone out here. And then me and Jack Fowler, who formerly Sleeping Sirens now plays for Jelly Roll, we're working on a candle company that's going to be coming out to you guys also shortly.
Candle.
Yeah, they're all based
from
off
tequila to candles. There's no stop.
They're all based off cocktails, so it's all within the same.
Oh, nice.
House. They come in cocktail glasses, and they're all.
I like that concept a lot. That sounds cool as shit. Yeah, they come in cocktail glasses, smell like different cocktails.
Yep.
So like Manhattans, margaritas, things like that.
They're going to be paraffin free. They're going to be all the not cool stuff is not going to be in it. So you can just wash the glass afterwards, and there you go. You got a nice little cocktail glass.
Nice.
And collect them all.
Yeah. Was that your concept too, or someone pitched that to you?
Me and Jack came up with it. We met up. I've been in Jacksonville, Florida for the last 5 years. I'm moving back to Nashville right now. Yeah. And he was in Orlando, and he's also moving back to Nashville. But we'd met up, and we were just just spitballing ideas back and forth. And yeah, we landed there, and we think it's really cool.
Now, why move back to Nashville besides it being like a music capital and stuff? Do you still like Jacksonville or
Jacksonville's whatever?
Yeah.
I moved there because of the ex. She was in the Navy, so it was like we had to be in that city.
Yeah.
Nashville, yeah, I can do a lot more work wise, a lot more songwriting and producing wise.
Yeah.
There's a lot of opportunity in the photography world. It's the same distance from Pensacola, which is where the Tequila and the salsa companies are. So I can drive there. It's the exact same amount of time as from Jacksonville.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just so when are you moving there? Like this year?
I've already got the house locked in.
Nice.
Trying to sell the Jackson one now. So if anyone's trying to move to Green Cove Springs, Florida, that's Leonard Skinner country.
Yeah.
I will sell you a house. Please buy it, because paying for 2 mortgages is annoying.
Yeah. It's been on the market for a while. Haven't sold it.
Nah, it's been on the market for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, that shit will sell in this market.
Yeah.
I'd buy it, but I'm on a radio salary. All right, let's wrap up the podcast. Danny, dude, I appreciate you, man. I can't wait for tonight. It's gonna be good. And thanks for everything.
Absolutely.
And clear.